Ah! Hey, what is guys? Your boy got your back again with another video, and today we are talking about the Weeknd's new album, After Hours. Holy shit! Not because I'm an EXO fan, and not because I'm a great fan of the Weeknd. I'm not being biased, but I do truly believe this is one of the Weeknd's best albums. Albums, not projects. Albums. I'm not gonna say it's the best album either, because this is the best album of all time of the Weeknd, and I am staying with that opinion. But well, let's get into the review. Basically, the Weeknd with this whole album makes his own genre. I don't know how to describe it, but it gets influences from a lot of 80s pop type of sound, and it involves it with a lot of synth. Kind of like how Tyler the Creator involved a lot of synthing with rapping. I wouldn't describe it. Yes, I just compared Igor to this album, but I have a point. Shut up. He mixes things that don't really make sense when you put those things together. They won't go, you know, but they do. Especially, there's also a lot of, he still involves trap. For example, one track that really stood out to me is Snow Child. Again, it wasn't my favorite track of the whole thing. Back in the day, around, I think before Kissland came out, the Weeknd dropped the song King of the Fall. He dropped it for the EXO music group, not as, he didn't drop it as his own single. I mean, it was a single, but it wasn't for the Weeknd. It was for the EXO group. Personally, it's one of my favorite songs of his of all time. Not because it's just different from House of the Balloons, Echoes of Silence, you know, the trilogy, all those songs or all those projects he made in that time. It was different. In that song, he rapped. He just basically had some bars, and it was a fire-ass song, in my opinion. Snow Child, kind of, in my opinion, at least I got vibes from that. Which is why I really enjoyed that track specifically, and why it stands out to me, because it was the only track I really kind of got vibes from back, like how he's trying to connect this new Weeknd with 80s pop and that shit, with kind of resemblance of what he used to be in the past. Another track that really stood out to me was Faith. It's one of those songs that's incredibly toxic. I don't condone that, but I just really like the song because homie really says, if I OD, I really want you to OD right beside me. I felt that when he said, put that cocaine on the plate. I felt that.
I'm kidding.
But what I really liked about the song is just the very energetic flow that he has in that song with, again, more, he was rapping, but a pop energetic song. I don't know how to describe that. I'm trying to sound smart. I'm really not. But then towards the end of the song, first I thought the song was over, but then I looked at my phone and I'm like, damn, there's still a minute left. And homie hits you with, at the end of this song, it sounded literally like I am going into the future. I am traveling through my thoughts to a planet that coronavirus does not exist in. I don't know if a lot of people here that watch my channel have listened to music like that, but there be those songs that just hit, you know, where you get fucking goosebumps from what you're listening to. Bro, I swear to God, I felt like, homie, my spider senses were tingling. The 3 songs that came out before the album actually released, Heartless, Blinding Lights, and the title track, After Hours, were also incredibly great tracks. Personally, when the Heartless came out, I was like, this shit, I don't need a bitch, I want a bitch needs. I live, but I don't. But that banger. Blinding Lights, I was also a really big fan of it, but wasn't my personal favorite. But then when After Hours came out, I was like, I don't know who that song's dedicated to, but it sounds like homie's like bringing back his ex with his toxic vibes. Then they vibing or turning up together, and at the end he's like, damn bruh, I really fucked you over bruh, but you know, this house is not a home without my bitch. Makes a man to cry, not gonna lie. Last song that I actually really stood out to me was Alone Again. It's the first track that comes up in the album, but personally, it's just the song Alone Again pretty much starts slow with him singing, you know, doing this thing. I'm not gonna go deep into the lyrics because I know I pay attention to that, but not people don't give a fuck. But it starts off slow with having slow piano, the very faint background with, again, a very 80s pop influence, slowly building up, but then the bass kicks in slowly with the boom, boom. And then after the song climaxes, you're like, this shit's done. No, then it hits you with a trap influence instrumental towards the end, and I'm like, damn bruh, this shit fucking slaps. In conclusion, though, I basically said like tracks that stood out to me at least. But again, pretty much all of the tracks on this album I really enjoyed. Will I say it's his best album? No. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is the best album of his, in my opinion. I have been a great fan of The Weeknd since 2015 when Beauty Behind the Madness came out, and ever since then I've been a huge fan. I've gone back to listen to his previous projects. Personally, nothing beats House of Balloons, because House of Balloons fucking goes. But my favorite album of his is Kissland. I don't think this tops that, but I do think it tops every other project of his after Kissland. Where Beauty Behind the Madness, Starboy, My Dear Melancholy, even though that was not an album, it was a EP. I personally think this tops that. This is basically what Starboy would have been if it was less tracks and was just more cemented on what it wanted to be. This is clearly a heavily 80s pop, a very trap sprinkled into it, synthy fucking I'ma go to fucking space type vibe album. This is not something this is something you really can't describe. I will say, a lot of people go into the Weeknd's albums looking for a sad, very you want to cry, bro. Personally, probably because I'm not feeling like this. I'm actually like in a very good spot right now in my life, and I'm not feeling sad. Yes, I have teared up to some Weeknd songs in the past, but I don't know. Personally, I don't think this is him. I think he's moved past the whole heartbreak thing, especially with the whole Bella Hadid. He's like, man, I'm just used to this bullshit. I ain't even gonna think about that no more. If you haven't listened to it, I do recommend this album. It's fucking incredible ass album. Even if you're not a fan of The Weeknd, but don't go into this like most people were. I mean, I'm not saying don't. If like there's tracks that make you sad and shit. Personally, After Hours towards the end, that got me feeling kind of. But it's not like other projects of The Weeknd where it seriously make you like call out my name. That shit made me bawl my eyes out. I'm not gonna lie. My point is, this is an incredibly great album, and I like the way The Weeknd's headed. But I do wish that his next project, he kind of goes back to what he used to be. I just hope he goes back to the old vibes. But again, I mean, it's his creative process, and I still fucking heavily fuck with this album. In my opinion, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. This is an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I really enjoy this album, other than the fact that I feel like I wish there was a little bit more variety in the instrumentals and stuff. These were great. Most of the songs had great instrumentals. The production in this album was fucking astonishing, but I just wish I had a little bit more variety. Other than that, I gave it an 8 out of 10. And this is a solid album. I'm just glad it came out after 4 years without an album. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you do like this content, please leave a like. Let me know what your thoughts about this album, about this type of content, about music reviewing. Again, this is not what my channel focused on, but it's just something I really want to do. If you guys did enjoy this video, drop a like. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. I upload definitely not daily, but I try my best. Well, yeah, it's been your boy Goose. Ha sido Compa Goose, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.